Kevin Magpie 24/7. I hope you're all good. So, full time, Newcastle nil, Brighton and Hove Albion nil at the Amex Stadium in what was I think fans are in agreement on social media, and the players alike on social media as well, that it's a good point, but a bit of a lackluster, frustrating performance from Newcastle. And I'm in full agreement with that, to be honest. I think if you'd have said before the game, you take a point, I would have took a point because obviously Brighton went to Manchester United last week and got 3 points. Although that seems to be the norm these days with Brentford winning 4-0. What the fuck? But yeah, they came in full of confidence, and obviously we beat Nottingham Forest last week, full of confidence, both teams, and it was interesting to see how we would get on in a game where we would be under pressure. And surprisingly, Matty Target didn't play, and none of the journalists picked up that he was injured. But Byrne went to left back, and Botman made his full debut. For me, Botman looked really good on the ball, very composed. We had a couple of major chances cleared off the line, Kieran Trippier off the line, Fabian Schär off the line. I don't know how we didn't lose this game. It's mental to me that we managed to get a draw, because they had a couple of major chances, and didn't put the ball in the net. But one thing I will say about Newcastle is we've managed to defend really well today. I think Nick Pope, who went absolutely mental on social media yesterday, through Toon polls, mentioning something with Burger King, and every major outlet on Twitter ended up tweeting Nick Pope. It was absolutely crazy. The power of social media, and Nick Pope ended up 10 in world trending online. And to be honest, he followed that up and had an amazing performance today. He made two or three really good saves. The defence was absolutely brilliant today, in my opinion. I thought Botman played well. I thought Shea played well. A lot of people saying Trippier didn't, but I think his clearance off the line and his leadership really came through today. Dan Burn out of position, but still played really well. Going forward, I am a little bit worried as to the depth that we'll have and a lack of plan B. Now, Eddie Howe's already spoken about we'll be no further forward towards getting signings, but we need at least one attacking player through the door, because Miggy, I thought, played okay today. Wilson had a very tough time with Lewis Dunk, and Maximin, when he's not on the boil like he can be, when he play, Maximin's one of those players, and like I love Maximin, and like he's a very good player on his day, and the relationship with the fans that he's got is brilliant. I love Maximin, but when he's not playing well, he can either have a 10 out of 10 or he's a 1 out of 10. And today was 1 out of 10. He was absolutely shambolic today, and it topped it all off with his dive. I don't like. I'm sure I'm with the majority, but I don't like cheating and diving in football, because we've been cheated so many times over the years from shit like that, and to see one of our players do it in such ridiculous fashion, he deserved his yellow card, and he deserved to get booed off the Brighton fans for the rest of the game. Um, but for me, I think if we're going to have a plan B, or a different option to Maximin, a different option to Callum Wilson, Miggy Almiron, we do need a couple of players through the door. I know there's been many names linked, but we need to get in on that and get a sign through the door, because the bench, obviously with 10 minutes to go, we brought Chris Wood on, we brought Jacob Murphy on, and in my opinion, again, Jacob Murphy's a nice lad, local lad, but he shouldn't be anywhere near that first team. He's not good enough. So we need a better plan B if we're gonna make good on what this team wants to deliver this season. Don't get us wrong, in comparison to like last year, it's crazy. I'd be If we didn't sign anybody else in comparison to last year, I'd be over the moon with what we have. Because as I speak right now, we're currently fourth in the tail after 2 games and haven't conceded a goal yet. As we play Man City next week, so we're going into that game as good as we could be. To be fair, 4 points after 2 games, and yeah, and Brighton is a tough away day for a lot of teams. Um, and they've shown in recent months how good they can be. So for me, it's a good result. Poor performance, but a good result for Newcastle today. But on to the next one. Let us know what you thought of the game today. Let us know what you thought of Botman. I thought Botman was really solid, myself. But let us know in the comments and let us know what you think of the Man City game for next week. Do we need to improve? I think we do, but let us know either way. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on the no, not on the Facebook, on the YouTube channel. So if you could drop a subscribe on the channel for more content like this from me, Kyle, and Paul as well. So yeah, drop a like, drop a subscribe if you can. That'd be very very great. Very, very great, very good. You can tell I've got a headache. I'm sorry, but I love yous and leaves for now, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I catch you on the next one. Everyone says later. Bye.